What's good, YouTube? This video is about how to tell if a really shy guy likes you. 6 signs to be exact. Before I start, I just want to say that if you're interested in supporting me or having more access to me, please visit my Patreon page for more details. With that out of the way, let's get into this topic. By far, the most common question I get is some variation of how to tell if a guy likes you. I've done about 7 videos on that topic alone. There was how to tell if a guy likes you at work, how to tell if a guy likes you body language, how to tell if a guy friend likes you as more than a friend, how to tell if a guy likes you talking on the phone, and so on. I'll put a link to those videos in the description if you want to check them out and you haven't. I get the question like 3 times a day on my Instagram alone, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. So recently, a girl asked me how to tell if a really shy guy likes you. She then described a bunch of his odd and often unattractive behavior. And then I started thinking about all the ways girls misjudge and misunderstand guys like this. These boys and men are generally just written off because of how they function in the presence of their crush. And many are much more masculine or even alpha than they appear to be. You just gotta give some of them time to get used to you. Really shy guys have a bad habit of misrepresenting themselves around people they're trying to impress. So with that said, in no particular order, these are 6 signs that a really shy guy likes you. Number 1, for those counting, he may seem really soft around you. Fear of women can suppress masculinity. I've known tough, strong, and rugged men to take shrunken feminine postures and take all the bass out their voice when they talk to a woman they like. Men like this, especially really large ones, can feel an inherent need to appear non-threatening around a woman they like, or at least try to. So that can cause them to soften all their mannerisms and appear more feminine. Fear of women can be paralyzing, and some guys get so nervous that they appear dainty or even gay in front of a crush. I can't tell y'all how many times I've heard a girl say something to the effect of, "Oh my God, for real? I thought he was gay," when finding out that a guy had a crush on her. He's not gay. He's suppressing behaviors he thinks that you could perceive as threatening. Or with that said, a guy can also do the second sign on my list, which is the equal and opposite extreme of that. He puffs up his chest and takes an aggressive posture anytime you're around to display his alpha qualities. He wants to be seen as the strong, dominant type, the pack leader. Because of this, he's often seen by his crush posturing as if he's seen a threat. Sometimes guys overdo it to the point of looking hostile or even dangerous to the woman that they're attracted to. Now, he puffs up to look more masculine, but he's usually quiet because he's terrified of saying something stupid or making himself look dumb. He's going for that strong and silent type thing, but he's really just making himself look crazy. So with that said, number 3 on my list is, they try to show you they like you in non-verbal ways. Usually small gifts and favors no one asked them for, they didn't have to do, but they do them anyway, and then they rush off before they have to explain why. Like in school or at work at lunchtime, they may always offer you something that they know you want just to get a thank you, so they can be like, "Oh, no problem." The guy who always shares your favorite snack with you or does your favorite thing but doesn't stay to converse is usually your biggest fan. But again, he's nervous, so he does the favor, he gets in and he gets out. He doesn't really stick around to humiliate himself in any way. That's the fear anyway. Moving on, the 4th way to tell if a really shy guy likes you is, they avoid talking to you. As stupid as it seems, as counterintuitive as it seems, when you try to talk to them, they just scurry away. Like, it can feel impossible to get this guy to say more than 2 or 3 words to you, even though he's always so sweet and nice to you. Sometimes it may even feel like he's avoiding you in between being nice and doing you favors. But just remember, people aren't usually in the habit of facing their fears, but avoiding them. And they know that because of their nervousness, it's hard to have a naturally flowing conversation with you. So with that said, the 5th sign a really shy guy likes you is profuse sweating. If you start talking to a guy and his forehead is dry, and in just a few words of talking to him, he's wiping sweat from his forehead and face, it means he's terrified. People sweat when they are really nervous or they care too much about what a crush thinks, especially if you get close enough to smell his breath or feel his energy. They're nervous about how you think they look close up or how they smell. They definitely don't want you to literally see them sweating from their foreheads and armpits, so they just avoid you like in sign number 4, or they make it short. Moving on, the 6th and final sign that you can tell a really shy guy likes you is creepy behavior. In all his attempts to avoid you while doing you favors at the same time, the inflated and deflated postures he may take around you, his unnatural poses and awkward silences. All of these things together may make you start to perceive him as creepy or odd. But pay attention, is he always creepy or is he just weird around you? Has everyone around gotten the same impression, or are you alone in this feeling? If not, then it's you making him this way. Fun fact now, ladies, just so you know, creeper or any variation of that word is the worst thing you can call a guy. Nothing makes us feel smaller or more insignificant than to know that we make women feel unsafe or weirded out around us. Man, a dude might damn go home and cry if he finds out all the girls thinks he's creepy. It's that serious. That ain't some shit you just want to throw around, ladies, so please make sure the guy deserves it if you call him creepy. Even so, that title is sometimes very well deserved. So I'm not saying give that creepy ass dude your number. All I'm saying is try to understand the awkward and sometimes extreme loss of wits a person may experience when attraction meets intimidation. Besides, most of these behaviors will fade as a guy gets more comfortable with you. So build a rapport with him if you think that he has boyfriend potential, and in time he'll toughen up. But there is something else I want to talk about real quick. If you become a patron on my Patreon page, your emails, video requests, and questions will be given priority, as I obviously can't get to everyone's question. Though I try to get to as many as I can, if you want your question to be a priority, you got to become a patron. Doing so will get you a response within 48 hours. So if you decide to do that, the link is in the description. I'm not sure if some of you realize how exhausting it can be to spend hours answering dozens of long-form email questions to get nothing in return. I love helping people, but my time is valuable, and I can't continue to keep giving so much of it away for 100% free. There are YouTubers charging $70 in email, and I think that's ridiculous, but it's also ridiculous to work for so many hours consulting for people and have nothing to show for it. I have a Patreon and a GoFundMe page, so if you don't want to become a patron, donate to my GoFundMe page. And if you do decide to do so, add the word donated to the subject line of any email that you give me, and you will be given priority as well. Any amount is sufficient, even if it's just $2. And of course, I'll still answer emails for people who can't, but y'all get my point. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get with y'all later.